Well, it may be out with the old and in with the new for the corner offices. According to a report from the world's largest headhunting firm, 25% of companies will lose their chief executives over the next 12 months. In the years before the recession, that number was only 20%. This report from Korn Ferry Whitehead Mann, hiring usually slows around the holidays, but the firm says it has been inundated with requests for candidates in order to beef up management. A contributor to the report says that companies scarred by the recession may be looking to change direction, or more specifically, leadership.
Let's take a closer look at what 2010 may mean for CEO job security. Jeanne Branthover is Managing Director at Boyden Global Executive Search, and she joins us now on set. Jeanne, welcome to Bloomberg News. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You just heard the report that Julie was telling us about 25%. Is that number about right?
That's about right. It's been much more active, especially in the last few weeks.
What's going on? Is this shareholder anger or is something else going on?
No, it's a combination of everything that's going on. It's a combination of the whole last year, the crisis, the shareholders being unhappy, change not happening as quickly as people wanted, being able to have generated revenue next year, and leadership needs to change to do that, and people are feeling that leaders need to change. So we're going to see a lot more movement in management at the top and management as head of divisions.
Jeanne, I'm really curious about the timing here, because you would have thought that this would have happened already, that it wouldn't be 2010 when we're supposed to be coming out of the economic downturn, that there would be this elimination of CEOs.
It's not a surprise to us in the headhunting field, and the reason why is the change has to take time to do, change, and people have to get used to what's happening and what direction are we going to go into. So if they change these leaders immediately, right when the crisis happened, I think people would have totally freaked. And as it was, a lot of people or chairmen of the board and boards were looking at their leaders saying, is this person capable of getting us through this crisis, or isn't this person capable of getting us through this crisis? And once they've determined, okay, we're through the worst of the crisis, now what's going to happen moving us forward? We have to make money. We have to figure out how to generate revenue, and most likely we're going to change so that everybody feels better about what we're doing in the future. So it's about moving into the future, and that's why it's happening in 2010.
With some of these CEOs, are you sensing guilt by association? If you're in charge of a firm, you know where I'm going with this.
Totally.
In this economic climate, people may, whether rightly or wrongly, say you're part of the problem, so why would I hire you and think you could be part of the solution going forward?
A lot of these CEOs really did not have a lot to do with some of the problems that happened, and unfortunately they're ultimately responsible. They are the people that are in charge at the helm, and because of that they are going to be removed, and their images in some respect or their credibility goes down because of this, and at times it has nothing to do with really their leadership ability.
Are they going to be able to find other jobs?
They always find other jobs.
It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to find other jobs that they want?
Well, they'll find other jobs that they ultimately will want. These people are very connected. These people are very smart. They have backgrounds that are very credible, and they have friends that are very powerful. So most likely they land on their feet somewhere and do it again.
I want to go back to a subject we've talked a lot about here at Bloomberg, and that is the regulation of the banking industry, the caps on salaries in some cases. Do you think that we're going to start to see migration not only to perhaps less regulated firms, but also even outside the industry? I mean, I think of the example of the Microsoft CFO going to GM, switching industries that way. Do you think we'll see more of that?
We're going to see a lot more of that. In the past, we saw, just moving from one industry to the same industry and staying within those boundaries. That's not going to happen anymore. A leader is a leader, and industry, matters, but it really doesn't matter for the leader, because you have all the people within the company that really know the industry and know what's going on. So you really need real strong, natural leaders that have very broad experience in their background, that can really lead to the future and are transparent and creative and innovative and all the things you really need in leadership.
But are they willing to change? I guess piggybacking what Julie's saying, if you go from one industry to another, you have to retool your whole way of thinking. It's not the same industry that you came from. Are they willing to make that effort?
But it's not really that you have to retool your thinking. That's what's incorrect. A leader thinks the same whether you're a leader for Microsoft or you're a leader for JP Morgan. A leader is a leader. It's what industry you're in and how are you going to change certain elements of the business to make money. But in reality, your leadership, how you motivate people, how you look to people, how you handle yourself, how you're able to be transparent, how you work with governance, all of that is you. And whether you're in company A or company B, if you are really a superior leader, the chances are you will be able to lead that business.
Jeanne, just quickly here, are there any particular industries where you have been seeing a lot of activity and you think we're going to continue to going into next year?
Well, we have seen, I specialize in financial services, and obviously for 3/4 of the year, we did not see much other than candidates calling saying help. In the last 6 weeks to 2 months, we have seen tremendous amount of change as far as clients calling us, looking for new leaders, looking for changes of management, really looking to say we are strategizing for 2010 and we are budgeting for real hires.
I mean, that's really the question, the budgeting. Are they going to pay to get these folks?
And they are. And they are going to pay to get the best talent that they can possibly have, because everyone is serious about getting out of the bad times and getting into good times.
Could I ask you very quickly? It's been a good year for you, hasn't it? Your phone's been ringing off the hook, hasn't it?
No, it was a very bad year for headhunting for 3/4 of the year.
Oh, for
because we remember who we're paid by. So, you know, the candidates we help, but the clients are the corporations and the businesses. So the last 2 months, obviously, we're looking at 2010, hopefully that it will be a very good year for the search business, but it's really about leadership and consulting with our clients and partnering to make businesses the best they can be in leaders.
Jeanne Branthover, Boyden Global Executive Search, joining us on set. Always good to talk to you. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Same here.